Have you ever opened your mouth to speak English, but suddenly your mind became blank? You know the word. You understand the sentence. You even practiced it alone. But when someone stands in front of you, your confidence disappears. You start thinking, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh? What if my English sounds weak? I was also stuck in this same fear. But then I tried a simple 7-day English routine. Not a magic trick. Not a boring grammar book. Not difficult vocabulary. Just simple daily steps. And in this video, I will show you exactly how I improved my English in 7 days. What problems I faced. What I changed. And how you can also start speaking better English from today. So watch this video till the end. Because day 7 can completely change the way you think about English speaking. The real problem. Before I tell you the 7-day plan, let's understand the real problem. Most people don't speak English badly because they don't know English. They speak badly because they are afraid. They are afraid of mistakes. They are afraid of grammar. They are afraid of pronunciation. They are afraid of people. For example, imagine you are in a shop. The shopkeeper asks, "What do you want?" You want to say, "I want to buy this shirt. Do you have another color?" But your mind says, "Wait, is it buy or bought? Should I say another color or other color? What if my pronunciation is wrong?" And because of this fear, you stay silent. This is the biggest problem. You are trying to speak perfect English before speaking normal English. But English improves when you use it, not when you only think about it. So my 7-day rule was simple. Every day, speak a little. Every day, listen a little. Every day, repeat a little. Every day, become less afraid. Now, let's start the 7-day journey. Day 1, stop waiting for perfect English. On day 1, I made one decision. I stopped waiting for perfect English. Because the truth is simple. If you wait for perfect English, you will never speak. Many learners think, first I will learn all grammar, then I will speak. First I will improve vocabulary, then I will speak. First I will fix pronunciation, then I will speak. But this is like saying, first I will learn swimming perfectly, then I will enter the water. That's impossible. You learn swimming inside water. You learn speaking by speaking. So on day 1, I started with small sentences. Not big English. Not fancy English. Just useful English. I said simple lines like, I am learning English. I want to speak better. I make mistakes, but I am improving. Today I will practice for 10 minutes. I can understand English, but I need speaking practice. At first it felt strange. My voice sounded weak. My pronunciation was not perfect. Sometimes I stopped in the middle, but I did not stop. Because day 1 was not about fluency. Day 1 was about starting. Problem of day 1. The biggest problem was overthinking. I was thinking too much before every sentence. Is this correct? Should I use this word? Is my accent good? Solution. I used one simple rule. Speak first. Correct later. Because if you correct yourself before speaking, you will never speak. So your day 1 task is simple. Stand in front of a mirror and say 10 simple sentences about yourself. For example, my name is... I am learning English. I want to improve my confidence. I watch English videos. I practice every day. I can speak slowly. I don't need perfect English. I just need practice. I will improve step by step. Say them slowly. Say them again. Say them with confidence. Even if your English is broken, speak. Because broken English is better than silent English. Day 2. Listen like a child. On day 2, I focused on listening. Because before we speak any language, we listen to it. Think about children. A child does not learn grammar first. A child listens every day. Then slowly, the child starts speaking. So I stopped listening only for entertainment. I started listening for learning. I watched short English videos, simple conversations, interviews, podcasts, and daily life English clips. But I did not try to understand every single word. That was my old mistake. Before, if I heard one difficult word, I stopped. I felt, my English is weak. I can't understand native speakers. This is too fast. But on day 2, I changed my method. I listened for meaning, not every word. For example, if someone said, "I'm running late, so I'll call you when I get there." Maybe I did not understand every word perfectly, but I understood the situation. The person is late. The person will call later. That's enough. Real life example. Imagine you are watching a scene in a restaurant. Someone says, "Can I get a glass of water, please?" You don't need to study grammar deeply. Just notice the sentence. Can I get, please? Now you can use it in many places. Can I get tea, please? Can I get the bill, please? Can I get your number, please? Can I get some help, please? This is how English becomes practical. Problem of day 2. The problem was speed. English speakers sounded too fast. Solution. I used the 3-listen method. First, listen. Just understand the general idea. Second, listen. Catch useful sentences. Third, listen. Repeat those sentences loudly. This made listening active. Not just watching. Not just scrolling. Learning. Your day 2 task. Choose a 2-minute English clip. Listen to it 3 times. Then pick only 5 useful sentences and repeat them. Don't pick difficult sentences. Pick real-life sentences. Like, "What do you mean?" "I'm not sure." "Let me think." "Can you repeat that?" "That sounds interesting." These sentences are small but powerful. Because real English is not always difficult. Real English is useful. Day 3. Speak about your daily life. On day 3, I realized something important. We don't need big topics to practice English. We can practice English with our daily life. Many people say, "I don't have anyone to speak English with." But the truth is, you can speak with yourself. You can describe your day. You can explain what you are doing. This is called self-talk. At first, it feels funny, but it is one of the best ways to improve. For example, in the morning, I said, "I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am making tea. I am getting ready. I have many things to do today." When I opened my phone, I said, "I am checking my messages. I am watching a video. I am replying to my friend." When I went outside, I said, "The weather is hot today. There are many people on the road. I am going to the market. I need to buy something." This practice changed everything. Because English became part of my life, not only a subject, not only a book, not only a classroom, real-life situation. Imagine you are going to a shop. Before entering the shop, practice the situation in English. Say, "Excuse me, how much is this? Do you have another size? Can you show me another color? I will come back later. Thank you." Now, when you enter the shop, your mind is ready. Even if you don't speak in English there, your brain practiced the moment. This builds confidence. Problem of day 3. The problem was vocabulary. Sometimes I wanted to say something, but I didn't know the word. For example, I wanted to say jaru, but I didn't know broom. I wanted to say bartan, but I didn't know dishes. I wanted to say bijli chali gayi, but I didn't know the power went out. Solution. I made a daily life vocabulary list. Not random vocabulary, only words from my own life. Kitchen words, market words, phone words, family words, work words, travel words. Because you don't need every English word. You need the English words you use daily. Your Day 3 task. Speak for 5 minutes about your daily routine. Start like this. Today I woke up at... After that, Then I went to... I felt... Now I am practicing English. Don't worry about mistakes. Speak slowly. The goal is not perfection. The goal is flow. Day 4. Learn phrases, not single words. On day 4, I found a big mistake. I was learning too many single words. But when I tried to speak, I didn't know how to connect them. For example, I knew the word agree. But in real speaking, I needed phrases like, I agree with you. I don't agree. I totally agree. I agree, but I see your point. This is why phrases are more powerful than single words. Because phrases are ready-made English. You don't need to build every sentence from zero. You just use the phrase. Real-life example. Suppose someone says, English is very difficult. You can reply, I understand your point, but practice makes it easier. This one sentence sounds natural. Now break it. I understand your point, but practice makes it easier. You can use these phrases in many situations. I understand your point, but I think we should try again. I understand your point, but this is important. I don't have anyone to speak English with. But the truth is, you can speak with yourself. You can describe your day. You can explain what you are doing. This is called self-talk. At first, it feels funny, but it is one of the best ways to improve. For example, in the morning I said, I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am making tea. I am getting ready. I have many things to do today. When I opened my phone, I said, I am checking my messages. I am watching a video. I am replying to my friend. When I went outside, I said, the weather is hot today. There are many people on the road. I am going to the market. I need to buy something. This practice changed everything. Because English became part of my life, not only a subject, not only a book, not only a classroom, real-life situation. Imagine you are going to a shop. Before entering the shop, practice the situation in English. Say, excuse me, how much is this? Do you have another size? Can you show me another color? I will come back later. Thank you. Now, when you enter the shop, your mind is ready. Even if you don't speak in English there, your brain practiced the moment. This builds confidence. Problem of day 3. The problem was vocabulary. Sometimes I wanted to say something, but I didn't know the word. For example, I wanted to say jaru, but I didn't know broom. I wanted to say bartan, but I didn't know dishes. I wanted to say bijli chali gayi, but I didn't know the power went out. Solution. I made a daily life vocabulary list. Not random vocabulary, only words from my own life. Kitchen words, market words, phone words, family words, work words, travel words. Because you don't need every English word. You need the English words you use daily. Your Day 3 task. Speak for 5 minutes about your daily routine. Start like this. Today I woke up at... After that, Then I went to... I felt... Now I am practicing English. Don't worry about mistakes. Speak slowly. The goal is not perfection. The goal is flow. Day 4. Learn phrases, not single words. On day 4, I found a big mistake. I was learning too many single words. But when I tried to speak, I didn't know how to connect them. For example, I knew the word agree. But in real speaking, I needed phrases like, I agree with you. I don't agree. I totally agree. I agree, but I see your point. This is why phrases are more powerful than single words. Because phrases are ready-made English. You don't need to build every sentence from zero. You just use the phrase. Real-life example. Suppose someone says, English is very difficult. You can reply, I understand your point, but practice makes it easier. This one sentence sounds natural. Now break it. I understand your point, but practice makes it easier. You can use these phrases in many situations. I understand your point, but I think we should try again. I understand your point, but this is important. I understand your point, but let's look at it differently. This is smart learning. Problem of day 4. The problem was translation. I was thinking in my own language first, then translating into English. This made me slow. Solution. I started memorizing full phrases. For example, instead of thinking mujhe nahi pata, I learned. I don't know. Instead of thinking mujhe samajh nahi aaya, I learned. I didn't understand. Instead of thinking dobra bolain, I learned. Please say that again. Instead of thinking main koshish kar raha hoon, I learned. I'm trying. These phrases became automatic. Your day 4 task. Learn 10 useful phrases and use each phrase in your own sentence. Here are 10 powerful phrases. I'm not sure. Let me explain. That's a good question. I think, in my opinion, I feel like... Can you repeat that? I didn't understand. Let me try again. That makes sense. Now use them. For example, I'm not sure, but I think this is correct. Let me explain my idea. That's a good question. I need to think. In my opinion, English needs daily practice. This is how your English becomes natural. Day 5. Fix the fear of mistakes. Day 5 was emotional because I realized my biggest enemy was not grammar. It was fear. Fear of being judged. Many people can speak English alone, but when they speak in front of others, they freeze. Why? Because they imagine people laughing. They imagine someone saying, Your English is wrong. Your accent is bad. You made a grammar mistake. But here is the truth. People who laugh at your English are not helping you grow. And people who are growing don't laugh at learners. Everyone starts somewhere. A baby falls many times before walking. But nobody says, Look, this baby can't walk. No. We understand that falling is part of learning. In the same way, mistakes are part of English. Real-life situation. Imagine you are talking to someone and you say, Yesterday I go to market. Yes, grammar is wrong. Correct sentence is, Yesterday I went to the market. But did the person understand you? Yes. So communication happened. Later you can correct the mistake. But don't stop speaking because of one mistake. Problem of day 5. The problem was embarrassment. I felt shy when I made mistakes. Solution. I started using confidence sentences. Whenever I made a mistake, I said, "Let me try again." "Sorry, I'm still learning." "Give me a second. How can I say this better?" These sentences saved me because instead of becoming silent, I continued the conversation. This is very important. Fluent people also pause. Fluent people also think. Fluent people also correct themselves. So don't be ashamed. Your Day 5 task. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes. Topic. Why do I want to improve English? Don't delete the recording. Listen to it. Find only 2 mistakes, not 20 mistakes, only 2. Correct them. Then record again. This will show you improvement immediately. And you will realize, my English is not as bad as I thought. Day 6, practice real conversations. On day 6, I moved from self-practice to real conversation practice. Because English is not only about speaking alone. You need to respond. You need to listen, think, answer, ask questions, continue the conversation. So I practice common daily conversations, not difficult interviews, not advanced debates, simple situations. Situation 1, meeting someone. "Hi, how are you?" "I'm good." "What about you?" "I'm fine too." "What do you do?" "I'm a student." "That's nice." Now make it better. "Hi, how's your day going?" "It's going well, thank you." "What about you?" "Pretty good." "I'm just busy with some work." "Oh, nice. What kind of work do you do?" This sounds natural. Situation 2, asking for help. "Excuse me, can you help me?" "Yes, sure." "I'm looking for this place." "Oh, it's near the main road." "Thank you so much." Situation 3, talking about your opinion. "What do you think about learning English?" "I think English is important, but many people are afraid to speak." "Why?" "Because they think they need perfect grammar. But actually, practice is more important. This is real English. Simple, clear, useful." Problem of day 6. The problem was getting stuck. Sometimes I didn't know what to say next. Solution. I learned follow-up questions. Follow-up questions keep conversation alive. For example, "Really?" "Why?" "How?" "What happened next?" "What do you mean?" "Can you explain?" "That's interesting." "Tell me more." These small questions make you sound more fluent. Because conversation is not only giving answers. Conversation is also asking questions. Your Day 6 task. Practice 3 short conversations. 1 conversation at a shop. 1 conversation with a friend. 1 conversation about your daily routine. You can practice with a friend or alone by playing both roles. For example, Person A, "What did you do today?" Person B, "I went to the market." Person A, "What did you buy?" Person B, "I bought some groceries." Person A, "Was it crowded?" Person B, "Yes, it was very crowded." This is how you train your brain for real life. Day 7. Build a daily English system. On day 7, I understood one powerful thing. English does not improve because of one big day. English improves because of small daily practice. So I created a simple system, a system that I could follow every day because motivation comes and goes. But a system keeps you moving. My daily English system had 4 parts: listening, speaking, vocabulary, review. Very simple. Step 1, listen for 10 minutes. Every day, listen to simple English. Not too difficult. Choose videos that are slightly above your level. If you understand 60 to 70%, that is good. Don't choose something too easy. Don't choose something too hard. Step 2. Speak for 10 minutes. Talk about your day. Talk about what you watched. Talk about your plans. For example, today I watched a video about confidence. The speaker said mistakes are normal. I liked this idea because I also feel shy sometimes. Tomorrow I will practice more. Step 3. Learn 5 phrases. Not 50 words. Only 5 useful phrases. Because 5 phrases daily means 35 phrases in a week. In 1 month, more than 100 phrases. That is powerful. Step 4. Review before sleeping. Before sleeping, ask yourself, what did I learn today? What mistake did I make? What sentence can I use tomorrow? This review makes learning strong. Problem of day 7. The problem was consistency. Many people start with energy. Day 1, full motivation. Day 2, good. Day 3, okay. Day 4, busy. Day 5, forgot. Day 6, stopped. This is why people don't improve. Solution. Make practice small. Don't say, I will practice English for 3 hours every day. That sounds good, but it is hard to continue. Say, I will practice English for 20 minutes daily. 10 minutes listening, 10 minutes speaking. That is enough to start. Remember, small practice every day is better than big practice once a week. The 7-Day English Plan Summary. Let's quickly revise the full 7-day plan. Day 1, start speaking even with mistakes. Don't wait for perfect English. Speak simple sentences. Day 2, listen like a child. Listen for meaning. Repeat useful sentences. Day 3, speak about your daily life. Use English in your normal routine. Describe what you are doing. Day 4, learn phrases, not single words. Phrases help you speak faster and more naturally. Day 5, remove fear of mistakes. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are feedback. Day 6, practice real conversations. Learn how to answer and ask follow-up questions. Day 7, build a daily system. Make English a habit, not a one-time challenge. Powerful motivational part, 13 TD to 1430. Now listen carefully. You don't need perfect English to start speaking. You need courage. You don't need a big vocabulary to start. You need daily practice. You don't need an American accent. You need clear communication. Many people waste years thinking, one day I will speak English. But that one day never comes. Because confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes after speaking. First, you speak with fear. Then you speak with mistakes. Then you speak with pauses. Then slowly, you speak with confidence. This is the real journey. So don't compare your English with someone else. Compare your English with yesterday. Yesterday you were silent. Today you spoke one sentence. That is progress. Yesterday you were afraid. Today you recorded your voice. That is progress. Yesterday you didn't know how to start. Today you have a 7-day plan. That is progress. English is not a talent. English is a habit. And if you build this habit every day, your English will improve. Maybe not perfectly in 7 days, but definitely better than before. Best CTA ending. So now I want you to do one thing. Don't just watch this video and leave. Take action. Write in the comments, I will speak English for 7 days. This one sentence will remind your brain that you are serious. And also tell me, which day is most difficult for you? Day 1, speaking. Day 2, listening. Day 5, fear of mistakes. Or day 6, real conversation. I will read your comments and try to help you. And if you want to improve your English step by step with simple lessons, real-life examples, and confidence-building practice, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't learn English in a boring way. We learn English for real life. Like the video if it helped you. Share it with a friend who is afraid to speak English. And remember, you don't become fluent by staying silent. You become fluent by speaking one sentence at a time. See you in the next video.